All right, lads, it's time for another edition of the Long Tranny podcast with your boy Long Tranny. Now, today's a special podcast episode because I said so. Actually, we're doing something different. I'm watching the Tottenham Hotspur Burnley game. The last 20 minutes. By the time this goes up, this game will be over, and you will already know the score. But I don't know. Maybe this will be interesting. It's 0-0, 70th minute, if you're wondering. Why am I doing this? Because I'm just so busy. I'm just such a busy boy. I hate when people say that. When people talk about how busy they are. But it's pretty true. I'm quite busy. So I'm thinking of how I can blend stuff together. So it's so that's I can do things at once, basically. So this could be interesting to watch. I'm going right now to check the comments in the last fraudcast. Oh, by the way, guys, it's December, and you know what December means. December means hella views and foot miss, and I guess those go together because foot miss means hella views. Let's read the comments in the last video, last podcast, last fraudcast. They have this new studio, YouTube Creator Studio. Hey, LT, I would like to see a Q&A because Ernesto showed up. How old are you? I'm 22. Yay. Those are great stories. Can't wait for more next week. So happy, longer, and uncut. Just we like it. All right. So you guys like it. So that's cool. Anyway, foot miss means new cards. And because people actually are interested in seeing if that's a good card, they go to YouTube. I think it's funny, though, because can't you... Maybe when I first started playing FIFA... If I looked at a card, I couldn't tell and I would want to see someone else play it. But now I can almost guarantee if I'm going to like the card or not based off just looking at the stats and looking at the specialties and traits. I don't really understand why you would go to someone else's video to watch to see if it's good, because unless you have the exact same play style, I don't really know. But I was just surprised that I realized that I've become, and some people think I'm an actual reviewer, and I do review the card and I give my input, but I don't think you should go based off solely what I think. But it's funny because I've realized with review channels, not just FIFA, but like I was looking to buy a blender because I like to blend things, and I was debating between the NutriBullet and the Ninja. I think the Ninja. And I went to YouTube because I do look at reviews to try to figure out, can it actually blend ice and such. And I realized all those videos have sort of a similar dislike ratio. So for example, I just posted a Lucas Torreira video and it has like 6,000 views, 250-ish likes, and then like 13 dislikes. And 13 dislikes is kind of a lot for me, for my videos, because I don't get that many views, so I don't want too many people to dislike it. I think that's like 2%, around 2% of people don't like the video, and they don't like it enough to actually tell me, because probably other people dislike it too. But I think it's just because people are so angry with reviews. Oh, you know, it'd be a funny thing to do. I might do this right now. Look at some Amazon reviews for blenders. Amazon reviews, funny. I should do this in a video. I always have these ideas at the worst time. Okay, I don't feel like doing this now. Maybe this is a video. Maybe I'll do that later. I can't react to Amazon comments and Tottenham Hotspur Burnley at the same time while running a podcast. What is this? Maybe if this were a real show. Am I even recording? Okay, I'm good. Okay, good. We're all good. So anyway, people dislike reviews because they either have something in their mind and they want you to basically confirm it for them, or you don't get enough to the point. I don't really know which one it is for me. I think it's mainly the people have an idea about the player and they want someone to just say it's good, or they've used it and they want to see other people use it. That's the thing I don't get. People will come and be like, dude, you don't know how to use him. I used him and he has 57 goals in 12 games. I'm like, if you know he's really good and he's really good for you, why are you watching a review about him? Christmas, man. Speaking of Christmas, I have a Christmas party later today. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this now. and I went to buy beer. Guys, I bought beer. I don't really drink, even though I'm of age. But it was funny because I was buying. I don't know why, but I always assume people are gonna assume I'm like 12, and they're gonna be like, "All right, where's your ID?" So the first time I ever bought, I bought bourbon because I wanted to make Jack and Coke or something. I don't even know. What did I want to do? I wanted to mix it with Coca-Cola or something. I hate the taste, by the way. Harry Kane, score. Sonny, score. Oh my gosh, Harry Kane. No, how did you not score that? And it's a foul on Harry. So annoyed. But I got like a $3 thing of whiskey, and I was at the alcohol store. So I went to the alcohol store, and I was gonna buy the alcohol, and it was really busy, and that was my first time ever buying alcohol by myself. I was like 21, so I walk up, I go, "Here you go. I would like to buy this," and then I also took out because I have it in a folder. I have my driver's license. I took it out and then put it on the table. I go, and there is my ID. And then the guy's just like, "Yeah, okay, I believe you." And he didn't even look at it. I'm like, there's no way you are 100% sure I'm 21 at least. There's just absolutely no way. It would be so easy to be 18 years old and just have a beard and buy alcohol. I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't care. It was also really busy, but I thought it was so funny because I was like, they're going to be checks. It's going to be like TSA. It's going to be really difficult to get this alcohol. And I'm not even doing anything wrong. I'm 21. I can buy this. But then he's just like, "Yep, I believe you." And didn't even look at it. I'm like, "Oh, guys, I secured the bag. Bag secured. Alcohol secured." You know why I didn't realize this until I became a fruituber. But people will post in December because you get more money. Because I don't know what the deal is, but maybe because more people are watching it because they're inside for the holidays, you get more views. But also, I think just the ad revenue, I think it's called CPM, clicks per minute. I think it goes up. I don't know why. But that's why you'll see random, like, a YouTuber who hasn't posted in a month will just post a 30-minute long video and have a bunch of mid-rolls because they'll make a ton of money. They'll make so much money. I don't really know why that is. Like, why does the thing go up so much? But I remember last year I was doing Footmas videos because I actually like Footmas. I'm really interested in the players because sometimes they're good deals. Like that Terrera card, 23k. That's a really good deal for me, even though he's untradeable. Can't really remember anyone last year, but people will like you'll just see a random YouTuber post a really really long video and then there are just five advertisements in the minute. It's like a 30-minute long video, and you can like my revenue went up, which I don't make that much, but the revenue went up probably close to like 50%, something huge. And I had no idea about the ads going up in price or whatever. So I'm like, I am becoming a YouTuber, guys. Oh, 1 year. Oh, wait, hold on. Is today December 14th? It's December 15th. This is, score. Eric Lamel, you suck, man. God. This is the 1 year anniversary of when I quit everything. It was so great, man. Oh, if you have no idea what I'm talking about. So I graduated from college in May of 2017, and then I immediately got a job as a fast food worker because I don't know, it was pretty bad advice, but I was scared that I wasn't going to be able to get a better job, so I just grabbed the first thing I could, which I was way overqualified for. I don't know why I did that. And so I worked there for 3 months solely as that, and I was like, this is probably the worst thing I've ever done in my life, and I hate this. I'm making like no money, and I have to wake up at 5 a.m., and this sucks. So then I got a job as a waiter, but I was too scared to quit my other job as a fast food worker. So I was working Monday through Saturday. Monday through Friday was as a waiter, probably like 30 hours a week. And then Saturday from like 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday as a fast food worker. So I had like no time. I was still doing these YouTube videos too, so that's like almost a third job. And then sometimes I would Uber on weekends. So I was kind of working like 4 jobs. The only thing that really mattered to me was making the YouTube videos because that's the most fun. And so that's kind of my recreation. And so even though I consider it a job, it's also like, uh, it's free time well spent, I guess. Tottenham's going to draw this game, aren't they? Oh, it's going to be annoying against Burnley at home. So then I didn't get into graduate school, and I was like, all right, that's the catalyst. I'm going to just quit everything. So I quit the job as a server. We also happened to go into this really long break, like after December 15th until like the new year, they were just closed. It was weird, and I had no idea about that. And then my fast food job, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely quitting this, like no hesitation. So then, and then I just stopped Uber driving. So from December 15th, 2017 until like March 15th, 2018, I had no obligations and no responsibility, and I was just going hard into YouTube. But let me see if I think I started posting every day, even like multiple times a day. But I always wonder, that was the same time as the huge Fortnite thing, and I wasn't like one of the first people to play Fortnite, not even close. But I was pretty early on compared to other people who have actually blown up since then. Oh, funny note. On December 13th to 14th, you may see a notable decrease in your subscriber account as we remove spam from your channel. I don't think I had any spam. So, wow. I thought I was going to go down to like 5,000 subscribers. I don't know if I can actually look at this. I hate this YouTube studio thing. It's so difficult to look at. But I'm pretty sure for that like 3-month period, because if I don't have an objective for the day, I will just like sit and do nothing. I probably played a lot of Fortnite, and this is taking way too long. I probably played a lot of Fortnite. I probably did a lot of player reviews, but I was posting pretty regularly. And I always wonder, if I had just gone hardcore into Fortnite, would I have become a Fortnite dude? Like, Fortnite, I don't know. Fortnite dudes I don't think I would like that. I think I mentioned this last week. Okay, I've made it to February. Let me see. So I wasn't actually posting as frequently as I thought. I don't know. What was I doing? Okay, so I've made it to December. So I posted December 7th, December 8th. Team of the Group Stage Ben Yedder review on December 12th. December 13th, December 16th. All right, so then the Footmas came. December 17th, Footmas Carroll, Muriel. Views kind of went up. Oh, I remember I did the Higgins Road to Glory, which I still want to do. That was my like live actual playing. That was so much fun, but it's just so hard to do by yourself to record all that. I actually had my sister do that, and I can't just always be like, hey, come record me. I should hire a cameraman. Yeah, so then I posted, I did a double upload of End of an Era Pirlo, which has 17,000 views. Jeez. Probably a ton of dislikes. And Habanero Challenge. Oh, I remember the Habanero Challenge. It's weird because that was December 26th. That was almost a full year ago, and I can remember that vividly. I remember like everything about that. I remember I took my sister to the dentist, and then I bought habaneros at a Lowe's Foods or something. That's so weird that was a year ago. Oh, there's a story that I don't know if I ever want to tell on the podcast. Are you kidding me? Wait, Ashley Barnes is through, but he's so slow. Don't give away a penalty or anything stupid. Okay. There's a story that is almost a year old that I wanted to tell on the podcast for a long time. But what stopped me was the fact that I don't actually know if I want to tell this on the podcast because one, it's kind of personal, but it's not super personal. But number two, and the main reason, is because it's so disgusting. It is. I don't know how I would be able to tell it without. Someone would probably gag. I would probably gag. Thinking about it too just like hurts me. So people always do this on podcasts. They're like, if we reach a certain goal, then I'll do it. So if we get, I don't know, if we get 1,000 subscribers on this channel, I will. No, I don't even want to do that because I don't want more people to hear it. I don't know. I just don't want to tell this story. I can't. No, I don't think I'll do it. Unless you guys give me an actual, like a really good thing, like if you hit blah, 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 then you tell the story. But all I'm going to say is it's the time I had food poisoning about a year ago. And it's, oh my gosh. The thing is, I remember almost everything from that, unfortunately. They have a corner in the 84th minute. I hope they don't score. Okay, it's away. I remember so much stuff about that story. It's just imprinted in my brain. I could walk through hour by hour what happened. And I'm doing it right now. I don't want to. Gosh. So yeah, let me know down below if we hit a certain goal, then I'll tell that story. But I don't want to tell it. All right, come on, score, Tottenham, score. I used to be a big sports guy. I still like sports a lot, but I don't like sports as much for watching as I used to. Come on, score. Come on, score, Sonny. Score. Oh my gosh, Sonny just missed a wide open goal. Damn, he really should have scored that. They've been talking about how Sonny's been in really good form, and he's been in good form, but he's missed. Oh, he should have absolutely buried that. He's missed a ton of sitters. He keeps getting into really good positions, and that's good for him because he has great awareness. But he's like that's an easy chance for him. What was I talking about? Oh, I don't remember what I was talking about. Sonny, look what you've done, sir. Fudge. Oh, I hate when this happens. Habanero challenge. Someone's screaming at the. Someone's screaming. You idiot! You idiot! You were just saying it. Oh, man. Oh no. This always happens once a podcast, and I need to pull out my phone full of things to talk about. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it, boys. I can't remember. Oh, and it was a good thing too. So I listened. Oh, I remember. Okay. There's this guy called what's his name? Plain Potatoes, and I had no idea who this was. If you know who Gus Johnson or Eddie Burback is, they're like commentary YouTubers. Well, Gus Johnson's more of a skit YouTuber. He's funny. So Plain Potatoes, this guy, all he does is like he just harasses people, and it's definitely illegal. It's almost 100% illegal. He just like he will record you and go up to you and just harass you and be like, your breath smells, you're bald. And these people are like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? Which is a completely reasonable offside again. Completely reasonable reaction to someone just harassing you randomly on the street. And you should go watch his video. Just type in Eddie Burback and it's I think this guy wants to kill me. But it's like it totally the fact that he's become really popular, he has like 200,000 followers on Instagram, I think, or Twitter. He's become so popular and everyone thinks he's really funny. And I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, how can you watch any of his videos and then be like, this guy is funny? Because, number one, he's just harassing people. So even if you have the funniest roasts about someone, the fact that you're harassing someone supersedes all of that. And you automatically are not funny because you're just being a huge douche. You can't, like, there's nothing you can do that's actually funny there if you're just randomly harassing people on the street. But number two is his roasts suck. He's not funny. He keeps saying the same jokes, and it's about dentists and how your breath stinks. And I don't get how people think he's so funny. Let me go to his Twitter right now. I want to see. I don't watch these videos really, but anyway, he mentioned that he actually he doesn't like himself and he doesn't like doing these videos. His last video, Jesus, this video from December 13th, where he has 30,000 likes on Twitter, 8.9 thousand retweets, 462,000. He's just bothering these people. And it's like the number one comment is he's so fed up. And it's a picture of the police officer who's just like, I've had to deal with this guy 100 times. And then that has 1.6 thousand likes. The fact that the police officer's like, I don't have time for this. I think he lives in Baltimore. And Baltimore is definitely like, it's not like he lives in random Iowa where the police officers are like, oh, at least we have something to do today. He lives in Baltimore where it's like The Wire was about Baltimore and the drugs in Baltimore. Don't give away a penalty, please. There's so many other things that he could be doing. And the fact that people think he's funny, it just blows my mind. Okay, Sonny's through. Come on, Sonny. Right foot still. Curl it. Golden goal. No. Oh my gosh. Deli. I don't really blame Deli on that. I thought it was an own goal. Man, this is I hate games like this where what happens is you're like, we're going to win. So we don't really need to, I just said wait. Oh, actually Deli should have scored that. As a player, you're thinking we've got this in the bag, so we don't really need to struggle too much. But then time starts slipping away, and then you're like, suddenly, oh, it's 30 minutes left. We got to hurry. And then you start pressing, and then you start screwing up and start missing easy chances. Oh man, they're gonna draw this. Only plus, I don't know what extra time or added time is. +4. It's like the 90th minute. Anyway, plain potatoes, like these. And all these, I don't understand Twitter, man. Twitter is just a meme. Everything is a meme, and I don't get it. Memes are funny, but not when people only talk in meme. Like this, everyone. I'm talking about people and how stupid their Twitter hashtag or Twitter names are, because it's like Carrie and then a snowflake, and I'm like, that's so stupid. Mine is Higgins and then a cool guy smiley face. I did that as a joke though, because I'm making fun of Tottenham scored. I didn't even, damn it. What? No, I was looking. Okay, hold on. Let's go through this. Okay, so it's the through ball up. Eric Lamela gets up. Falls to Dele Alli, who chests it down. Harry Kane on the turn. Finds Eriksson. Eriksson near post. Past Joe Hart. It's a great team goal. Great vision. Great hold-up play by Harry Kane. And then Eriksson, he did it in Europe. He did it against Inter Milan. He does it here in the 91st minute. And that is a huge goal. Harry Kane 2 foots the air. What? Oh, that's a good result. Tottenham keeps pulling it out. Tottenham, this is a great year for me as a football fan. You know who else is a Tottenham fan? This surprised me. Steve Nash, the 2-time MVP, if I'm not mistaken, of the Phoenix Suns, formerly of the Dallas Mavericks, played with Dirk Nowitzki, from St. Mary's, I believe. Yeah, St. Mary's College. He was commentating next to Stu Robson, or I don't remember who. Stu Holden, I think, is the guy. And I actually like Stu Holden as a color commentator, but he's not a play-by-play guy. And so it was just a really awkward commentary, because Steve Nash had never done anything before for a soccer commentary. And then Stu Holden is just a play-by-play guy. So no one was talking whenever the plays are going through. And then the times when the color commentator is supposed to jump in, they would both jump in, and it would just be weird. And then Steve Nash is just like, yeah, this is a great atmosphere. Camp Nou is great. I thought it was just so funny to listen to. I don't know if Burnley's doing well this year. Pretty sure last podcast I was talking about how I wanted to live commentate over sporting events because I thought it'd be fun. And then I'm like, actually, when I did it, I didn't like it. And then fast forward 1 week, and I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm doing a podcast. I guess, should I title this live reaction? Yeah, we'll go for that. Live reaction Tottenham Burnley. Episode 17, I think. I need you guys Danny Rose just boots it. Burnley's been really annoying this whole game, just time wasting. Oh, I wish the ball boy just threw it away. That'd be so funny. Oh, now you're gonna run, Joe Hart. Okay, cool. I need you guys to you need to actually get really mad at me if I miss a week, or if I say I'm gonna post and then I don't post. It's not even like I dislike doing the podcast. I really like doing the podcast. Every time I start doing the podcast, I'm like, why did I take a several month break? The thing is, it's just the thought of having to do stuff. I don't know what it is. Come blow the whistle, ref. Just boot it forward, Danny. The thought of having to do things just, it always is a weird barrier in my head. Even with, the same thing happens all the time with exercise. Come on. Blow the whistle. 94th, come on, is this FIFA? Alright, this is really annoying. Actually, it would be so Tottenham. Just boot it forward, please. Come on. Blow the whistle. 94-30. How is it? What is going on? Why is this game still going on? Pochettino's just like, what is... I never understand this. How are you adding a whole minute? Because the celebration did not take a whole minute. I'm just in shock and awe right now. What is going on? Blow the whistle. We're into the 96th minute. Okay, there you go. He added a whole minute. Well, anyway, good win for Tottenham. Congratulations to the boys. Plain potatoes. All right, well, going back to plain potatoes, he posted that he doesn't like himself and he's like depressed all the time. And so Eddie Burback was like reaching out to him. But this is what happens. So he had this one huge video that popped off. Like he got a ton, I don't know. He gained a ton of traction from that one video. And now because of that, people are like, he's posting more often because he got that traction from that one video. It has 400,000 likes. It has 8 million views on Twitter. Oh my gosh. But anyway. Put the knife away. What are you, Batman? That's not even funny. That's not funny. That's not funny at all. Put the knife away. What are you, Batman? When has Batman ever had a knife? I don't understand Twitter. How is that funny? I'm going to Google Batman knife. Batman knife. Batman knife. Nothing even comes up. Batman knife. Spring assisted Batman knife review. I don't know why you would review a knife. How do you review a knife? Dark Knight. That's not... I need someone to find me a knife. Used? I need someone to find Batman using a knife. Well, anyway, he got that one video. So, because he probably was like, I don't like this. I'm going to stop doing it. I'm just annoying people, and people don't like it anyway. And then he had one huge video that just 8 million views, hundreds of thousands of followers from that one video. So he's like, oh my gosh, we actually hit the lottery. I need to keep doing this. So then he's like, I gotta take advantage of the fact that people are now watching my stuff. So just keep posting more videos of annoying people and getting, like, it's like you reach the peak. That's going to be his peak. And then he's slowly going to drop off. And then, like, what do you do after that? You just keep annoying people? Imagine that. Oh, by the way, this Batman knife is sold by Bats. Would you buy something from a guy named Bats? What? What? I click on it and then it goes to a bunch of bats. Like baseball bats. Oh, that's a weird transition. Whenever I think of stuff, I'm always in like a place where I can actually talk about it. Like I was in the shower earlier and I'm like, I'm going to have so much stuff to talk about on the podcast. But then I actually get to the podcast and I always forget it. And that's why I need to write it down, but I never do. I remembered my water today. You know what you guys should do? You should have a bingo. I used to do this in middle school and high school when I was really bored. I would do a bingo for my professor, and I just called them professors. That reminds me of once I had a high school teacher who called her who said she had office. She said she had office hours. A high school teacher who said, "You guys can come to my office hours," and I'm like, "This is a public school, ma'am. You don't have office hours." Yeah, that's I don't know. Why would you call it office hours? Just say you can come see me. I'll be here probably on Facebook. Just come bother me. Don't call it office hours. Well, anyway. Shoot, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I had high school teachers. Oh no, yeah, bingo. In high school and middle school, I would do teacher bingo, and so if someone would always say like, I don't know, they would say amazing. Oh, that's amazing. They would say that frequently, or this is so cool. I don't know. That's not. I didn't have teachers who said that. I just can't think of anything because I'm bad at words. So they would say something pretty much every time, or at least like if we had it 5 times a week, they'd say it like 3 or 4 times a week. So it's not a guaranteed. It's not like I picked the word the, but I picked something they would almost always say, and then you have it. You give out the crossword, or you give out the bingo sheets to different people, and they fill in their stuff, and then you try to just win it and cross off whenever they say it, or if they do something funny. That was fun. So you should do that with this podcast. One, for example, I'll do it for you. This is also like a drinking game. If I mention the fact that I have my water, or actually if I forget the water, maybe that's a strike. Or maybe you're feeling like maybe LT is not an idiot and he remembered his water. Or LT forgets a story. Well, LT, the best one, LT starts a story, gets sidetracked by something like a bat, and then doesn't go back to the story. It's hard when you have one person, I'm telling you. I don't know how people do it. But in the shower, I was thinking about how there was a baseball player who hated baseball. Like he was a relief pitcher who just happened to throw really hard. And then because he threw so hard, he got drafted and made like millions of dollars. But then he said in an interview, "I actually don't like baseball." And I thought, that would be so weird. Would you do that if you hate baseball, or you hate your job, but you get paid a lot and you're actually really good at it, or you're good enough at it? Would you do that? For example, if I was a Fortnite streamer, I don't think I would like it that much. Maybe I would. I don't know. Same with Plain Potatoes, because I don't think he likes annoying people, but he wants to be popular. He wants to get clout because he hates feeling lonely, stuff like that. That's based off what his post said. That was kind of sad. So is he just going to continue to annoy people even though I doubt he likes it? Or at a certain point, are you like, okay, now how do I transition? What do you even transition to from that point? If you're a baseball player, I guess that's kind of hard. You would have to like just do it for multiple years. But then if you get so much money from that, from being a professional athlete, then you can just invest it and you don't need to worry about it. It's not like something, I don't know how much money you get from Twitter. I don't even know if you can get money from Twitter. I'm assuming you can because sometimes there are advertisements on videos. But I don't know. Let's say you make like $50,000 a year and your thing is just bothering people. There's no, what do you do after you're done bothering people? Because people aren't going to like it forever. Do you transition into comedy? Because you're not funny. Like, what would I do if I were a Fortnite streamer? Because I don't think I could transition that easily. I don't know. That's just, I don't really know. I was thinking about how if you're Jack Cork, because he was playing for Burnley today. Jack Cork is not a household name. Definitely not in the United States. Probably not in Europe. Probably not in England. Like, people know who Jack Cork is. He's not bad, and he plays for Burnley, and Burnley's been in the top flight for a couple of years now. And he used to play for Swansea, I'm pretty sure. But someone like Jack Cork, what is their life like? Because they're not someone who makes so much money that it's like you just flash it off and you just have so much money you can do whatever you want. I wonder what his weekly salary is. Jack Cork weekly wage. Jack Cork weekly wage is 20,000 euros. So 20,000 euros, I don't know what that is I don't know how many years. Naki Wells makes 25 Wow. That's so weird. Okay, so Jack Cork is 8 million. Oh no, that's how much they spent on him. Who's the most? Robbie Brady, 35,000 a week. That's so much money to me, but it's for a football player. I don't know how much that actually is. Like 20,000 is not very high. I don't know what that is in a year, but I'm assuming it's probably like 500,000 a year. That's a ton of money. But what do you do with it? It's not so much that you can just buy a house whenever you feel like it, or just buy a bunch of cars. And then you don't have that much obligation outside of football, I don't think. So you have like 3 hours of practice, of training, and then you come home and then you have like a nice house, but then what do you do? I think that's why some people play so many video games. Neymar, it's so weird. Neymar plays a bunch of CS:GO. That's hilarious. I want someone to make a documentary and they just follow like kind of good football players. Actually I shouldn't say kind of good, kind of highly paid football players, but not like obscenely highly paid. That would be really interesting to me. Day in the life of a Burnley football player. Someone make it happen. That's why I really like on YouTube. I'll talk about what I'd like on YouTube. How about that? I don't watch any FIFA anymore because it's just FIFA's boring. I don't really watch Fortnite. I do watch Fortnite streamers, but only if it's competitive. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta talk about Winter Royale. No one's gonna care about this, but I want to talk about this. And what else do I watch? Oh, I started watching Sam the Cooking Guy, I believe. He just does 4K for cooking, and his cooking isn't actually that. Like he knows what he's doing, and he has a restaurant, I believe. But it's mainly because the video is in 4K. That's the whole reason I watch it, and the camera movement's kind of cool. But he just cooks a bunch of really greasy food that, like, it's the same thing pretty much every time. Just get some meat, put some salt and pepper, put a bunch of butter on your bread, and then like stack the cheese and melt it. And I don't know, it's not that difficult, but it looks good. I like the videos anyway. Yeah, I watched David Dobrik. His videos are so short and to the point. I like it. He has the most clickbaity titles, but the most clickbaity titles that actually happen in the video. And that's why I like it. Because someone could just clickbait whatever, but then don't actually do it. Or it's like, well, I was joking, but it kind of happens. That's all FIFA videos are now. People will post a 20-minute long video of a pack opening, which pack openings are so boring. They're so boring. The easiest, most boring content to ever do. And I wish they were not popular because they're boring. It's boring. It's not creative at all. And then people don't cut it. They just keep it rolling the whole time. It's 20 minutes of this guy opening packs, and then he doesn't get anything. And you're like, oh, but in the title he said OMG walkout. And it'll be like OMG walkout. Team of the group stage. And then you think, oh, he got like a 90 rated team of the group stage player. But no, he got Tony Kroos. And then he didn't pack a team of the group stage player. Okay. Winter Royale. People think that EA is inept, and EA is super inept. Very inept. What Epic did was so weird and so dumb, I don't understand it. I think there has to be some reasoning that no one understands, and that Epic understands, and Epic made a ton of money from this. But I just don't see it. So if you have no idea, the Winter Royale was it was like the winter version of the big tournament for Fortnite. And it was solos, so just one person. So 1 against 100 or something like that. And it was the first time qualification was open to anyone. Usually they would invite whoever was like the top Fortnite streamer or top player supposedly from scrims, and based off that. But it wasn't actually like Weekend League is open to anyone, and if you perform well enough, then you get invited, which I think is good. So they actually opened it up to everyone in Europe and North America. And so then you got it was 200 players, and then you would have different heats to compete and whatever. It's just whoever has the most points at the end. And the night before, it was going to be this version 7.1, so season 7 edition version 0.1. And before the night before the patch happened, everyone was like, the game is not in a super great state because there are planes that they introduced, and everyone hated the planes because you can just ram into people, and it's not good gameplay. It's super easy to just use a plane. The rotations are super easy now because of the plane, and you can redeploy it. Just a ton of reasons. Basically, the planes are broken. People don't like them, especially scrimmers, because it's too easy, and it's kind of, if you get a plane, then you're almost guaranteed to do well. So that was the complaint. People thought with the patch coming, they're going to fix the planes. They're going to nerf the planes. Instead, what they do is one of the dumbest things I think I've ever seen, and I just don't understand. They introduced the sword, the mythical sword, which within 2 to 3 hits kills anyone. You break, like, the most important part about Fortnite for anyone is building. And with the sword, you can destroy anything, and it's so hard to get shot because you're moving so quickly. So all you're doing is just jumping around, destroying everyone's builds. And so then, if they don't get killed by you with the sword, someone's just going to shoot them because they can't defend themselves by building walls. So it was just completely overpowered. So not only the fact that it's completely overpowered and they introduced it the day of a competitive tournament blows my mind and how just dumb it is. But the fact that they didn't understand why it was wrong. Like, it's like if there was the NBA finals and everyone's been practicing for it, and they're like, all right, we have this ball and then we're going to use it in 10-foot net. And then suddenly they just changed the rule. They just introduced, like, you can now use 7 players, but you can only shoot 3-pointers. And everyone's just like, what? Why did you randomly just introduce that change? So needless to say, the tournament itself was terrible to watch. I really like watching competitive Fortnite, because it's interesting and there are different tactics. It's not like FIFA where there's one meta and you go with it. There's certainly more popular metas in Fortnite, but you can be creative and you have to be smart, and it's not so much RNG in my opinion. But anyway, the tournament happened in the middle of the week on like a Tuesday and a Wednesday, so no one was watching it. The view count was like 80,000, and I've seen it before, and it was like 300,000. So the views weren't that great. And then everyone hated it because there was a clip of this guy, I think it was Psalm, and he's just jumping because the circle gets so much smaller at the end of the game. All the builds are close together, and people are scrambling to try to get away from the storm because it ticks for so much and you die quickly if you get hit by the storm. And it's him just jumping around, breaking everyone's builds. And so basically, if you happen to be lucky not to be targeted by the guy with the sword, you win. And it's not like you just win a couple. It's not like you just win bragging rights. The person won $70,000, I believe, was the top prize. And then someone else, it was Tom 72 Hours. He only won $55,000 because of a glitch with the sword. It blows my mind how some people with developers just have no idea what the community wants. Even when Epic goes to Reddits, they go to the Reddit for Fortnite and competitive Fortnite, and they read what people say. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. I think that's why I must be missing something. There must be something that was like the sword made a bunch of little kids really happy and they played Fortnite or something like that. I must be missing something. Guys, we've reached 44 minutes. We've reached the point in the show where I have to go use the bathroom. So thank you for joining. As always, I rambled and it was great. But drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. Let me know what you want me to do next time. Go Tottenham. Go Ericsson. As always, don't forget to spare pets.